watch and burn.
Hey, so tonight I wanted to discuss SSQ's pretty much only full length, and that is Playback. Now, for the people out there who don't know who SSQ was, this is Stacey Q, who's famous for Two of Hearts, which would be a massive hit later on in the 80s for her. This was her first band. Now, this record is great. It's an awesome synth pop record, but I find that when you hear tracks like Syntheside and Anonymous and Jet Town, it feels like tracks like Walkman On and Screaming in My Pillow, they just can't seem to hold up against the strength of songs like Anonymous or Jet Town. I feel that, like, I don't know, this record, once I heard Jet Town and I heard Anonymous, I was like, oh wow, you know, I have to find this record. I found the song Anonymous was the song Anonymous was my first introduction to this band altogether. I'd heard it in Panos Cosmatos' Beyond the Black Rainbow. It was the track used for the end credits. And I was like, oh my God, this sound is so perfect. It fit that movie so well. It feels like 1983 because, of course, it was released in and around 1983. And I love that era of, like, new wave synth pop. It's like, there's been a few rebirths of that scene over the years, and none of them really compare to the original scene that happened in the early 80s with records like Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth, and Spandau Ballet's Journeys to Glory, and like Duran Duran's Girls on Film. And this record, somewhat, because this record does have Jet Town, Anonymous, and Syntheside on it, but the other tracks, like The Model, for example, The Model is fun, but it lacks the sort of hook and the melody and the catchiness of a track like Anonymous. So I just kind of feel that this record is sort of incomplete sounding, and I have to say that I really liked Stacey Q's solo work better. I found that like everything she did later on in the 80s, it suited her much better, because this record is sort of dark sounding. And I do love too how Tonight We'll Make Love Till We Die was used brilliantly in Return of the Living Dead. So SSQ was responsible for that track as well. And I absolutely love that song. But again, I just don't feel like that track, and again, with Anonymous and Jet Town and Syntheside, are enough to carry this record through to like greatness. I feel that those songs would have been better released as an EP. I wonder if that's going to be heard. That was an ambulance. I don't know if it's going to pick up through here or not, but I hope whoever that was is okay. I wonder if it's necessary to put the sirens on when they're sitting next to the coffee time, though. Whatever. Yeah, now they turn them off as they hit Highway 2, because that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, this record, those songs, would have been better released as an EP, in my opinion. Like with Tonight and Anonymous being as strong as it was, and Jet Town's like one of my, like, the best songs I've ever heard from this era, and Syntheside as well. What the hell is that? It's people talking in a car. Yeah, some of the songs on here are incredibly strong, but the rest of the songs, they just sort of feel there. And I think that's actually where I'm going to leave this review. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes while I discussed SSQ's Playback, released way back in the early 1980s. Like always, if you like this review or you agree with anything I had to say, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. And if you totally disagree with me and you think I'm a worthless piece of shit, don't forget to let me know in the comments. You guys kick ass. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button, because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.